What should you know before choosing a hotel as your destination wedding venue? Hello, my name is Katerina Mevial. I'm Paris-based wedding planner and I plan destination weddings in Paris and Provence for couples from all over the world. Today, I would like to talk to you about little nuances that you would probably like to be aware of if you decide to book a hotel as your wedding venue. First thing to understand is that weddings in Paris and weddings in Provence are very different, and the format of the celebration, the way you celebrate, is very different too. For instance, if you celebrate in Paris and you host rehearsal dinner, a welcome party, and a day after party, in addition, obviously, to your wedding, all these events would tend to take place in different locations. Whereas in Provence, it's the other way around. The majority of venues would require you to book them out for at least 2 or even 3 nights, which means that well, you got all the financial interest to remain on site and to organize different festivities in one place. One thing you should be aware of before choosing a hotel in Provence for your destination wedding is that some of the hotels will not require you to book it out completely to be able to host your event there. And this is something that I would recommend you to avoid. First of all, because even if your place, if the venue is not 100% private for you, you will have to deal with other people and you will have to deal with the venue expectation in terms of the revenues for this particular day. So, if, for instance, you host your celebration in a hotel that has got multiple restaurants and you would like to use one of their restaurants for a rehearsal dinner, well, the hotel might tell you, okay, well, our capacity is 50 people and we don't really care that your rehearsal dinner will only welcome 30 people. You will have to guarantee us a minimum spend that is equivalent of 50 guests, like 50 guests being in the restaurant, and you should generate a certain revenue, which obviously forces you to make choices that you might not have made. A second reason I would recommend you to be careful about booking a hotel as your wedding venue is the lack of flexibility when it comes to food and beverage proposal. So majority of the hotels would be 5-star properties or palaces. So these are great properties where the standards are very high and where the food is amazing. But imagine that you want something which is not on the list. Some hotels will tell you, okay, we can create a tailor-made menu for you, which will be exclusively based on your preferences, but we're going to charge $100 or €100 more per person to create this unique menu. Whereas catering companies might have a larger selection of dishes available for you, and they might show more flexibility as well because they know that they're competing with other catering companies. So this is why it's quite delicate to host a wedding in a hotel. I'm not against it. You just need to realize that there will be certain constraints that you might not meet in a regular venue, which is not a hotel, which does not act as a accommodation provider and also as a food and beverage provider. So yes, having locations that are only providing you the venue and the room and the landscape will obviously give you more flexibility when it comes to food, be that dinner for your rehearsal, be that a dinner menu for the welcome party, be that your wine selection, be that your cocktail and open bar selection for the night of the wedding. You will always have more flexibility when it comes to food and drinks and food and beverage selection when you work with an independent venue and independent catering company, or sometimes multiple service providers, for instance, one for the bar, another one for the wines, and the third one for food. And the last element to consider when analyzing and choosing between a privately run event venue or a hotel are the costs. Because most of the time, the most beautiful properties, the most beautiful hotels are 5-star properties or palaces, which means that their food and beverage proposal First is not very flexible, and second is quite expensive. So if your budget is not unlimited, you might have a better experience. You might be able to propose a better experience to your guests, and you might have a more tailor-made and more appropriate for you approach and proposal if you choose to separate your food and beverage providers and your event space providers. I hope this was helpful. If you have got other questions with regards to planning your destination wedding in France, please let me know. And if you would like to book a consultation with me, you know where to find me.